Hi, I'm Tiekka. Welcome to Everyday Ballet, where we bring gorgeous ballet principles, training, and style to everyday life. You don't need a dancer's body and you don't need to know anything about ballet. I'm here to show you all about this gorgeous technique and how to bring ballet into your life. This is going to be a standing turnout workout. Now we can always all use a little bit of help with the rotation of the legs. This will help your stability and your range of motion as you do your ballet technique. So if you haven't seen my How to Turn Out Correctly video, make sure to do that so that you know the principles of turnout that we're going to try to engage. And if you like this video, if you find it helpful, remember to like, subscribe, and set your notifications so you won't miss any of my ballet training. Now for this exercise, you are going to need a support to hold on to. I have a ballet bar here, but if you don't have a bar, you can use a chair or a bar stool or a countertop. Just make sure whatever you're holding on to that it's approximately waist height and that you can face that support. I'm so delighted you're here. Let's ballet. To begin, we are going to face our support. Now just make sure you're not too close. You don't want to be like this. You just step a couple of steps away with your fingertops, the pads of the fingers resting lightly on your bar. Now we are going to take the feet and take them out just a little bit wider than the hips. And you want to make sure that your hip points are facing forward and you're absolutely facing your support. Now from here, we're going to hug in at the core and think about our posture floating up through the crown of the head. And without wiggling or twisting in the hips, we're going to press down through the ball of the foot, that second toe, and we're going to slide the heels forward and lower them together. And then we're going to do the same thing on the way back, pressing down and opening out. I have a squeaky floor, so we're going to have to just listen to those squeaks. We turn out, and then we rotate back. Don't worry if the heels are not touching here. The goal is to rotate the legs at the same time. So no stepping, no wiggling. As you do this, you're going to feel the backs of the legs coming together. They don't have to touch, but it's just that rotation in the tops of the legs. Let's do 4 more. So pressing down and rotating and lowering, and pressing down and taking it back and lowering. And pressing down and rotating and lowering at the same time and taking it back. You could be wearing socks here. It doesn't really matter. Just don't be in bare feet. If you're in ballet slippers, you may have these squeaks against the floor like I do. Let's do 2 more. Rotating in and lowering, hugging in at the core, rotating and lowering. Now we're going to do 1 more. We're going to press into the floor, rotate the heels and lower. And go ahead and separate your feet just outside of the hip bones. Now from here, we're going to be pushing into one leg, and just make sure that when you do that, you keep a level sense of the hips. So hugging in at your core, you're going to press down through one heel without changing the pelvis. You're going to lift those toes. So press strongly into that heel. Good. Now we're going to take 4 nice deep breaths. So breathing in, as you exhale, hug in at the core, press through the heel. And then once again, breathing in and hugging in at the core, press through the heel. Make sure those hips are level. Breathing in. As you exhale, hug in and press through that heel. And once again, breathing in and exhale. And now keeping those toes lifted, keeping those hips square, we're just going to turn the toes forward and open. So here we go. We turn the toes forward, and then pressing and opening out. And no change in the hips, so we're absolutely isolating the top of the leg. And pressing strongly. You're going to feel the inner thigh on your standing leg as well, and opening out, no twists, no wiggles, and in and out. And now 4 more. Try to get taller here, especially when you rotate. Press into the heel, lift up through the core. And 3 more. I know, the backs of the legs, the inner thighs are getting tired here. Open. And bring it in. And open. And last one, bring it in. And open. Good. And go ahead and place those toes down. Do a nice little demi-plie. Kind of release those legs a little bit. And just shake it out for a moment before we do the other side. You know, doing these isolated movements will really access the top of the backs of the legs, that foot area, as well as the inner thighs. And the trick is to feel a quiet pelvis, very stable, with no twists and no wiggles. Okay, let's do the other side. Go ahead and place the feet just outside the hip bones. And we're gonna hug in at the core. And now from here, keeping those hips absolutely level and not twisting, we're going to press down into that heel and lift those toes. Notice the hip didn't go out like this. The hips are level and we press down. The weight is divided between the legs right here. So let's take 4 nice deep breaths here. So breathing in. And as you exhale, press down through that foot, that heel, lift up through the core. And then again, breathing in and exhale. And breathing in and press through that heel, standing up tall. And last time, breathing in and pressing out and down. And now we're gonna rotate those toes forward and open. So breathing in. And as you exhale, press through the heel, rotate the toes without moving the hips. And again, breathing in and press and rotate. And again, breathing in. Exhale, press through that heel, standing up tall. And then again, breathing in and rotate. 4 more. Breathing in. And exhale, zip the jeans, press and rotate. And again, breathing in and rotate. Just 2 more. I know the front of the ankle gets tired here too. Breathing in and press and rotate. And breathing in and press and rotate. And release those toes onto the floor, bend the knees, and push the floor away. So those are some very simple but effective exercises that allow you to really use gravity and the leverage, the internal leverage of your body to increase the rotation of the leg. The important thing is not to over-rotate in ballet. These muscles that do this turning out are the finer muscles of our bodies. So we want to really pay attention to our form so that we can keep our joints safe and happy. And when you do turn out correctly, it's just going to really shape the backs of the legs so wonderfully, and you're going to be able to stand up more powerfully through your legs, through your entire body. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, happy dancing.